Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And oh my days, how is my battery flashing red? What? This doesn't make sense. I'm just starting the video. Okay, one sec. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and happy new year. This is the first video of 2021. If you've not seen my last video, go ahead and watch that, then you can see what vibes we're on out here. I'm so excited for all of the content that I'm going to be bringing you guys and keeping our vibrations high, our energy up, and yeah, I'm just really excited to see where we can get to in 2021. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. I just thought I'd put a little it's definitely not a disclaimer. What is it? Like a little, like a preface to the video. Anyway, as you can see from the title, today I'm going to be talking about some of my favourite makeup brushes because I feel like I've been getting a lot of questions about the brushes I use lately, and a lot of the time I don't really tell you why I'm using the particular brush I use. I'm going to be doing a video specifically talking about when and why you use particular brushes at each point, but today I'm just going to be talking to you about a few of my current favourite brushes. I didn't want to come here and literally tell you every brush that I use and be like, oh my god, you need this one, you need this one, you need this one. I tried to narrow it down as much as I can to kind of like just a handful, just tell you what a few of my ride or dies are. Disclaimer, the brushes are dirty because I literally use them that often. Don't get it twisted, I clean my brushes all the time, but I use these all the time. I've used these in the last couple days, so they're not clean, so don't at me. Alright, so it's a bit random. There's not much of a system here. I don't have a brush for every part of my makeup routine because I feel like for some parts of my makeup routine, like I'm not really that fussed about what brush I use for it, so I don't want to come here and be like, oh god, this one is the one that you need for your cream contour, for example, and it's not really like that crucial. Do you know what I mean? I only have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 brushes to show you. Oh, 8, that one was hiding. So the first one is the foundation brush that you guys have been seeing me use in the last couple of videos, and that is this one. And this one was a little bit of a hidden gem, I'm not gonna lie. If you guys want something affordable, this is where you want to go. This was actually from just a random set I got off Amazon. If you guys don't know, my channel and everything that I rep for is cruelty-free, so I only use synthetic brushes. So I think I must have just searched on Amazon like synthetic makeup brush set, because you know sometimes you just need quantity, like you just need a few more. Whatever your reason is, sometimes you just need to have like a couple backups. So I went and I was like, I'm not really that fussed, like as long as it does the job, like it's fine. And this was really good. It came in a set with quite a few base brushes that were all very similar, like the same kind of shape, size or whatever, density, but then one was like a flat top, one was angled, etc. So when I first got them, I was using like one angled one for like cream contour, a flat one for like foundation, whatever, like I was kind of switching it up. But at the moment it seems that this one, which is the slightly angled one, has been my go-to for foundation, and I'm really enjoying using it. It doesn't leave brush strokes on my face. It gives me a pretty accurate coverage to what I want. Does that make sense? Like, it's not like you go in straight and it's like, whoa, this is full coverage. It's not like you go and you're like, I can't see it, I need to work it in more, I need to build it. I feel like it's a pretty like medium coverage, like standard brush, you know, and I always really love the finish of my foundation when I use this. So yeah, I feel like it's like some random unknown one, but it's really good. I have, it's by, so literally all it says on the brush is Emax design. I will write it in the description, and I'm going to try and have a hunt in my Amazon past orders and see if I can find it, and then I will link it if it still is being sold. If not, I don't know, I'm going to try and find something similar. But this one is really nice if you want something cheap in a multi-pack and it just sort of does the job. Okay, sticking to the theme of foundation. This one is a little bit more high-end, but I'm telling you it's an investment which is going to be so worth it. It is the IT Cosmetics No. 7 brush. It is double-ended, as you can see. You guys will have seen me use this a lot before as well. So this side is for foundation and this side is for concealer, but I mean, you can kind of do whatever you want with it. This gives you a really nice even coverage for your foundation. It works so beautifully with any liquid foundation that I've used. There's something about it, yeah, it literally just gives you the most flawless base. You're not having to, like, you know, go in there ages. Again, like the other one, you don't have brush strokes. This one is a little better quality, so it is quicker to blend out the product rather than the other one, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, it's an investment, but it's worth it. It doesn't shed. The quality of the bristles are insane, like really, really top end. And it's handy because you've got 2-in-1 as well. In terms of like it being portable, it's kind of great. So I sometimes use this end for blending out concealer, like, you know, when you conceal and you put it just on the other side of your nose contour and it goes, as it goes higher, like I always like to continue the highlight from my concealer up a little bit so that it goes all the way throughout the length of my nose. Does that make sense? And it's kind of an awkward place to get in, like into and blend out, because I normally blend out my concealer with a sponge. So for that area, it's a bit messy if I try and go in there with my sponge. So if I take literally a brush this size, it's perfect to just sort of slot in there, quick, job done. Or another thing I really like this for, and you probably would have seen me use this a lot back in the day, I really love it for blending out my cream nose contour. I just feel like it's a really nice level of density of the bristles. It's a good shape, it's a good size. Like, I don't know, it just has kind of every aspect that I would want a brush to have to be able to blend out my cream nose contour. So that's a little added tip in there somewhere. But yeah, I think it's great, double-ended, portable, sorted. Okay, next one is also from IT Cosmetics. You can see there is a bit of a running theme here. I love the brushes from IT Cosmetics. They are like a bit on the expensive side, and when I say a bit, I mean a bit more than a bit, but I'm telling you, it's so worth it. Like, the quality of these brushes are so good, they will last you. Anyway, so the other one I have is this one, which is their Love is a foundation brush, and it's really cute because it's in the shape of a heart. Very cute. Okay, all my guys and girls that love a full coverage base, if you don't own this already, you're doing something wrong. If you like full coverage, honestly, just come take it, because you are missing out if you don't have this brush. So the bristles are so densely packed together. The more densely packed together the bristles of a brush are, the more full coverage it's going to put the product onto your face, regardless of what it is. If it's a powder brush, if it's a cream brush, whatever it is for, if the bristles are densely packed, it's gonna be a lot of product coming out on your face. So keep that in mind. It's a good kind of general rule of thumb. So if you want something medium coverage, you're not going to want to go for this. If you want light coverage, you're not going to want to go for this. You're going to want to go for something like this, which is a bit more like average. This is, both of the other two I showed you are more medium coverage brushes. But this one is so insane. If you have a foundation and you feel like you're constantly like, you're like, it's not full coverage enough, I'm having to put so much out, I need to keep going, I need to do like multiple layers of foundation and stuff, I'm telling you, try switch it up. Try use this brush instead. You will probably need to just do one coat, or like way less than you normally do, to be able to get that same level of coverage. The way that it blends in, like, done, blended, is so mad. Like, but it packs it on, but it blends it like really, really beautifully. So yeah, anything full coverage, you will absolutely love this. Okay, now we are moving off from foundation and we are going to like blush, bronzer, that kind of thing. Okay, I love angled brushes. So this one is, I tried to pick an affordable one. This is a Makeup Revolution brush. It doesn't have a number or any kind of name of the brush on it. I know that it came in a pack. But it's pretty, like, you can easily see a brush which is relatively similar to this. It's angled, it's fluffy. What I love is that the bristles are tightly packed towards the bottom and they really like flourish as they come out. But the level of density of this is so, so nice. You still have the flexibility that you will want for it to kind of do this a little bit when you press it onto the contours of your face and stuff like that. I use this for bronzer. I used it today. Just demonstrating its work. I use it today. I love it for just a general bronze of the face. It just gives me a really sweet, soft sort of finish, and I just really love it. I just really love it. I feel like there's not that much to say about a brush like this, but there's something about this one in particular which I just always love my makeup when I use this. Okay, the next one is gonna seem... Okay, the next one is gonna seem like it's the same, but it's not, and I will explain why. And it is this one. This is the Morphe E14? No, E4. The Morphe E4 brush. Oh my god, who remembers the channel E4? Does that still exist? Do you remember E4? I actually loved E4. That's what Friends used to come on. It was like purple and white. Do you remember? Okay, anyway, I'm going on so much of a tangent. So, this is the Morphe E4 brush, and I use this for blush. I used to use it for bronzer when I first got it, and I will tell you why I prefer it for blush. So, the difference between these two is, I don't know if you can already see it, this one is more rounded, this one on the surface is flat. So, this is really nice for kind of like, you can use every side of the brush, does that make sense? And it's not harsh at any aspect. You can kind of just generally like bronze and it's all blended, nothing is harsh. This one, however, because of the flat top, when you go in with bronzer, the area with the flat top is going to be a little bit more pigmented, and then you've got edges. So it's less rounded to give you like a continuous ombre. Does that make sense? It's kind of difficult to articulate. I hope you get what I mean. But what the flat top is beautiful for is packing on blush. We all know that blush is the one makeup product which disappears from our face magically the fastest. Like, it's actually really, really jarring. But anyway, so in general, I quite like to pack on quite a bit of powder blush because I know that it's not going to be there in an hour's time or 2 hours time or whatever. So, because it's densely packed, it's going to pack on the pigment a lot stronger than, let's say, this one would. But because it's not, let's say, something like this to pack it on, there is no mercy. If you use this, it will literally be a block of blush. This, because it still has, like, the bristles are long enough that it's still fluffy. It's got a nice level of density where it's not as dense as this. It's still kind of malleable, the bristles are, right? So when you put it on your face, yes, you can pack on the pigment, but then you can also use the fact that it's still got a fluffy sense to it to actually like blend it out so that it's not like blush and like not blended anywhere. So you can sort of manipulate the brush how you want it to. Pack it on first, like this, with the flat side, and then sort of blend it with circular motions using the edges and stuff after to blend it into like your bronzer and the rest of your makeup on your face. Okay, next one is a powder brush. If you guys are ride or dies on here, and if you've been following me from the start, I think that I have been using this brush since I very, very first started YouTube, because this is how much I love it. And I'm sure you've seen it before. I know so many people that use this brush because it's just that great. And it is the Real Techniques setting, do you know what, it's bare rubbed off on here, yes, setting brush. I have like more than one of these. I don't know where my other one is actually. I'm telling you, if you don't own this brush, you're doing something wrong. I don't know where to begin. The shape is tapered, so it gets kind of like in this area and things really nicely and effortlessly without it, you know, like going in your eyes or feeling like it's like taking over too much space. The density is beautiful. Your under eyes are the most delicate part of your skin. You always need to be really, really careful when you're dealing with that area with makeup, skincare, whatever. So the fact that this is really, really nice and fluffy as a brush overall, like the bristles aren't densely packed. Like if you were to use something like this but smaller, like for your powder, oh my days, you're actually in for a nightmare. It's gonna pack it on and it's gonna get like cakey. This has the perfect level where it gives you enough product, but it's not like caking it on. You can build it, you can brush away excess powder, like if you ever have a bake on, you can brush it off with this. It's just, you know what, it's a standard basic necessity. It's needed, to be honest. Like, it speaks for itself. You need this brush. Okay, now finally I am going to penultimately. That sounded so formal. Okay, so next I have a Morphe brush. This one, oh, by the way, Morphe is my favourite brand for brushes, if you want to know. Morphe, then it probably goes Sigma. Yeah, Morphe then Sigma, by the way, if anyone was interested and wanted to know. But Morphe is always my go-to for like majority of brushes. Oh, and IT Cosmetics, how could I forget? Yeah, Morphe and IT. that's what I'm gonna go with. Okay, anyways, so this one is from Morphe. It came in a multi-pack, and annoyingly it doesn't have a number. I think you can only get it in the pack. I think it's called Glance Party or Dance Party. What is a Glance Party? Anyway, it comes in like a purple pencil case. Oh, I just showed you the other brush. Kind of vibe. And it's really good affordability. I can't remember exactly how much the pack was, but I got it last year Christmas. I hope it wasn't limited edition. Oh my god, imagine I'm telling you to get this and it doesn't even exist anymore. That would actually be so peak. But if not, I will describe to you what's great about the brush and you can try and find an alternative. And if I find an alternative, I'll put it in the description. Anyway, I will try and find the link to this one, like this pack, and I'll put it in the description if it still exists. So, I love this for doing like a smoky, what's the word, like a smoky liner, or not even necessarily a liner. If I want to smoke out literally just the outer corners as close to my lash line as I can, just to give like a little bit of definition, or even the same underneath, this is made so perfectly for that, I cannot even explain. Even, do you know what, even a little like inner corner highlight, brow highlight, it's perfect. The size of it is great. It's really small, so it's going to give you precision for whatever you want to use it for. At least whatever you're using it for will be precise. But this is the thing, it's got the right level of like fluffiness to not fluffy, so it will still blend things. It's not like you've drawn it on and it's a block and you need to go in with another brush to really blend it out. You might need to, depending on how much you want the product to be blended, but in general it's got a really nice balance between being fluffy but also being dense enough that it's going to pick up a significant amount of product. So I constantly use this for smoking out my lash line. It's like a consistent everyday use for me. Okay, and finally this one is for the brows. It is a concealer brush, and it's like, you know, one of them typical flat shader. Is that what it's called, a flat shader brush? I don't know, but this one is the Morphe M224 brush. I honestly always reach for this. I love it for carving out my brows. So once I've filled in my brows, I will go in with this with concealer and I will carve underneath and also carve out the top. Now when you're looking for a brush to carve your brows, if you like this style of brow that is, this brush needs to be synthetic, because synthetic bristles are more perfectly aligned. Natural head brushes are often a little bit more, they're a bit more erratic, they're a bit fluffier, they go out of line a little bit more. Synthetic ones are often, they're just neater. Does that make sense? And I cannot emphasize this enough. When you are looking for a brush to carve out your brows with concealer, it needs to be a neat brush. You can't have bristles sticking out here and there, because the whole point of carving out your brows is you want a clean cut kind of line, and you're not going to get that if the bristles are like all chaotic, because that's going to help give you something fluffy, and you're not trying to create fluffy, you're trying to create sharp and harsh here. So that's what I love about this. It's so good quality. I've been using this like every day for so long now, and we've got a few frays, I don't know if you can see, towards the base. There's a few that have kind of like frayed, but I can easily just like trim them and they don't interrupt what I'm doing at all. It's the perfect size where I feel like it fits under the carve of my brow bone really, really nicely. I can use the flat side on the end. It's long enough, right? The flat side here is long enough that I can go along like this. The way that the bristles come together, like if I were to show it to you from the side, you probably can't see, but the way that it joins at the point is so fine and it comes together perfectly. It doesn't come together like this, it comes together like this. So you've got a sharp, precise line, so you can go in underneath and literally line it perfectly with concealer. So that is why I love this, and honestly, like, I can't imagine ever needing to get a different brush for like carving my brows, I'm not gonna lie. If I do find one better, you know that you guys will be the first to know, but honestly, like, I love this. I feel like it is so great at carving brows. Okay guys, so they are all of the brushes. That is the end of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you like this style of video, let me know if you want me to do more of them. If you want a more in-depth video talking about when I use certain brushes and for what, and if you want me to cover more brushes in general, let me know. Give me a bit of guidance as to what you feel like you need clarifying in terms of brushes and tools and stuff like that for makeup. Let me know and I'll defo get on filming that for you guys, because I feel like there's no point having the best brushes, the best makeup in the world if you don't know how to utilize them in the best way. a lot of the time it is knowing how to use a product, it's knowing how to use a tool to be able to actually get your money's worth out of it and understand the hype to it. So if there is anything that you guys feel like you're a bit uncertain of or need me to clear up for you, then go ahead and let me know and I will definitely get on it for you. But thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. I hope you had a beautiful New Year's, and stay safe, stay positive, stay healthy, look after yourselves, don't take any risks during this time. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Mwah. Bye guys.